The consciousness and the cosmos, a path to one's own inner cosmos, in assistance of a more profound understanding of the current planetary transition.
A stimuli that accompanies the pilgrim in his return to his cosmic home. The consciousness and the cosmos. Radio program of Uksim Planetary Service Centre.
Hello dear listeners, my name is Alba, and with Arawinak we will be hosting the program.
Today we have chosen to share with you some fragments of Daniel Gagliardo's books. We have chosen the book The Light of the Pilgrim, which contains 4 chapters: the giving, the trails or the tests, the law of purification, and the law of service. For today's program we have chosen first part of this book, the giving.
The first question is, are we all equal? This consultation has different views and levels for its treatment. From our planetary culture, we are all supposed to be considered equals, equal in rights, equal in duties, equal in guarantees and endorsements, as well as in opportunities, unequal before the laws. Great struggles in antiquity and contemporary times have taken place, and continue to take place in support of his valid claim. A large part of the activities aligned with human rights are based on stabilizing this issue of equality. It is also accepted, as it should be, that the possibility of being part of those who are not equal to the majority has the possibility of equal treatment.
In summary, from the social and cultural point of view of the humanity that we compose, taking into account the diverse shades resulting between East and West, as well as South and North, although from the internal or spiritual point of view, this whole issue offers other axes. For the cosmic laws, there does not exist the possibility of equality as beings of our condition we seek to define the term. From its precise and absolute viewpoint, unique energy knows that every being, particle or universe is singular. Their conditions are not found in any other element. Thus, they share similar experiences in a universal field capable of containing them during the necessary stage of their evolutionary process.
If 2 or more elements could count on identical conditions in the universes under the laws of expansion or the law of hierarchy, this would operate as an insurmountable index of evolutionary toxicity. God, or that unique and immutable energy, has granted unique conditions to each element through the creative laws. Nothing is repeated. We are all unique in the one. According to the hierarchy of instruction, all beings universes and elements that comprise creation are equal in essence. This essence is immutable, indivisible, and eternal. These characteristics of the essence facilitate our evolutionary process, as well as that of every element within creation. Certain energies can obscure the essence, which we differentiate into substance and consciousness. These energies can change in response to cosmic stimuli and the various stages we have experienced and are yet to encounter.
We are essence, substance, and consciousness. Our essence is the same. The one, the unique, does not discriminate its presence in each being or universe. The essence of the unique, present in each particle, represents the presence of the one in all and all. However, we are all unique and different in terms of substance and consciousness. The consciousness of each individual is the result of their evolutionary trajectory, what is resolved and what is pending resolution. Thus, the substance we use to express ourselves, like the substantial universal composition offered to us to test the experience, keep the unique conditions that our consciousness requires according to its exclusive condition.
Ask, and it shall be given. Receptivity, surrender, and giving. In these discussions, we have highlighted multiple times the existence of stages during which the unique consciousness granted humanity the opportunity to ask and receive. In brackets, ask and you shall receive. The universal consciousness, along with its energy and laws, facilitated the awareness and acceptance of a creative source, capable of providing sustenance and in all-encompassing manner. Consequently, whenever a request needed to be fulfilled from a cosmic perspective, the law of sustenance would come into play to ensure it was properly addressed. These moments were integral to our evolutionary learning, preserving a record of the spiritual journey that encompasses humanity. These moments were integral to our evolutionary learning, preserving a record of the spiritual journey that encompasses humanity.
Today, we are presented with updated offerings that cosmic life sustains within the framework of the planetary transition. Having learned that the nourishing source sustains everything, we are stimulated to take a transcendental step. The creative source generates conditions where asking can be transformed into a state of receptivity and surrender. Understand that this, in brackets asking, is the simple declaration of our Father's will be done and not ours. The Source, who demonstrated his capacity to give, now proposes to us to receive what we need, renouncing the desire to ask for what we want, giving to it, confirming through our surrender that everything that comes from it is necessary for us, even over our own opinions and desires.
Those who could have been transformed into receptive grails open to be filled will receive, without request or plea, the precious treasure of what is necessary with minimal interference. They will have simplified their existence by directing their consciousness towards a different understanding of reality, demanding from life what we believe it owes us, shows the material primitivism in which we are immersed. Without asking, without waiting, the task is to express, without ceasing, the evolutionary plan. The most pragmatic, materialistic, and rigid being has somehow incorporated into his subconscious the belief in a source capable of providing everything. Once this understanding is acquired, the unique consciousness will begin to limit both the requests and the fulfillment. This process will generate stimuli designed to guide us toward a state of receptivity, enabling us to fully embrace what is offered by the Source. A consistent renunciation of our desires and yearnings further strengthens this embrace. As our acceptance begins to take root in our lives, it starts modestly and gradually leads to a deeper understanding with each step forward. We will come to recognize that many of our prayers and requests arise from the challenge of transformation within the various facets of our personality. Our inability to surrender has fostered a compulsion to demand that life effect changes that we ourselves are meant to experience.
This acceptance of what life offers does not equate to resignation or fatalism, as often observed among many individuals within the Hindu community. The doctrine of karma has been presented to humanity, but it's frequently interpreted in a contradictory and fatalistic manner. In India, for instance, millions endure extreme suffering, often attributing their circumstances to bad karma with the belief that, in brackets, this is my karma in this incarnation. Consequently, many resign themselves to their plight without taking any action to improve their situation. This form of fatalism and resignation is not what existence seeks from us. It echoes the teachings of Buddha, which emphasize the importance of balance.
The tightrope of life should not be too loose or too tight. Rather, we must learn to maintain an appropriate level of tension. This balance will shape the note we are meant to play in life. We need to cultivate a more flexible conscience and develop the ability to embrace whatever challenges life presents to us, without demanding anything from life, but giving ourselves to it in gratitude and surrender before its offerings and in the greatest state of receptivity we can sustain.